Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Now, there is an Ethiopian adage that says that you should never mock the palm tree until the harvest is over. Because if you mock the palm tree before the harvest is over, you might be mocking yourself because anything can happen. And so it is with human beings, okay? You see this drama with Olori Naomi. Everybody is aware that Naomi went through a lot. At some point, people thought that it was, over with Olori Naomi, but then God showed up. We have gotten a report that the Ooni of Ife enjoyed well-cooked dinner prepared by Queen Naomi in the palace amidst tears. That this is going to be over 2 years that he had had a meal like that with his wife in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. And they said this love, admiration, and, gratefulness, came with tears, and other Oloris were very, 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 very unhappy. Now, why are they so unhappy? You and I know the things that these women have done to ensure that this does not happen. You think their fight, everything that they did was, for nothing? No, it wasn't for nothing. It's for, a purpose. They wanted to make sure that this relationship doesn't stay. They wanted to make sure that this marriage does not stay. And this is the way God works. When man will fight you for nothing, man will fight to disable everything that you have gotten in life, man will fight to take away your pride, man will fight to take away your glory and all of that. God will be there working things in your favor. There are times where it does seem as if all our prayers are re-echoing back to us from an empty universe. When you begin to feel that way when you pray, you need to understand that God is seeing you and God is doing everything to make things happen for you. We have heard that Olori Naomi stepped into her position as a wife to the Ooni of Ife, went into her kitchen, the royal kitchen, for the first time in over 2 years to make an amazing meal for her husband. And her husband embraced it. Her husband was happy. Her husband enjoyed it. And they said Kabiesi ate Naomi's meal amidst tears, as we are hearing. You know that, wives are not allowed to cook for the Ooni of Ife. I know that some of you come here and tell me it's not true, it's not true. Well, what can I say? These are all alleged information. I do not live in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Neither am I related to the monarch. I am just a blogger. Whatever information I get, I reenact it and I post it on social media, letting you understand that whatever you get on social media, you want to take it with a pinch of salt. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. And still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? Happy weekends to you, Dela, right? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for always being there for me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so much. Now they said that Ooni of Ife, enjoyed his meal that was prepared by Olori Naomi, that he ate, and some of his men also ate the meals, and they were very, very happy. That Ooni of Ife could not hide his happiness and tears over the fact that he finally reunited with his wife. This is something that they had sworn with so many things, sworn with menstruation, sworn with everything in this world that it will never happen. The way this happened was magical. The way this happened was like, one of Ooni of Ife's greatest conquest. He conquered Naomi back into his life at a point where everybody thought that relationship was over and done with. And this situation has made the monarch so happy. The monarch has celebrated every bit of it because as far as he is concerned, this is a very big achievement to him. Now, that there was a time Ebony entered the kitchen If you have been following the trend of events, one of those her birthdays that she entered the kitchen and prepared meal for the monarch, and they were supposed to have, a dinner together. The monarch left the meal and went to Akure to stay with Olori Naomi, an incident that made Ebony to cry so much, and Ebony felt so bad. Okay, and when the monarch came back, and everybody was crying and feeling so bad, went to go and find out from the monarch, that's the Oni of Ife, why Oni would have treated him that way. Oni said, you know the rules of the palace, that I am not supposed to eat meals cooked by my wives. Why would you cook for me? And Ebony thought that she was special, like really, really special. Shortly after Queen Naomi left, Ebony had a very special place in the life of the Oni of Ife. Ebony was so highly celebrated. The entire, system, everybody was saying this happens to be the new Olori of the Oni of Ife, that Oni of Ife takes counsel and everything. Oni of Ife really loved Ebony. So based on that narrative, Ebony also wrote that in bold letters in her consciousness. And that was why during that birthday, she entered the kitchen to make food for the Oni of Ife. Oni of Ife abandoned her, abandoned the food, and went to Olori Naomi. Now, when Naomi came back and Naomi prepared this meal, entered the kitchen to make meal, Ooni of Ife has a separate kitchen. The Oloris do not even go into the kitchen. As a matter of fact, Oloris, even at some point, it was Ikpi that was running events and all of that for the kitchen. At some point, with all the bad that happened in the palace, they said they took everything away from Ikpi. And even though at that time, Ikpi was not cooking, but buying things and all of that. Now, the Oloris, nobody goes close to the Ooni of Ife's kitchen. They cook, they make sure they prepare the food, they do everything for the Ooni of Ife. But the way Naomi was allowed into the kitchen to go comfortably, made food for Ooni of Ife, came back, they served the food. Kabiyesi sat down, ate the food. It's something that has broken the hearts of other Oloris. And this is when we begin to hear another song of marginalization. Why are you doing this? If you can do this for Olori Naomi, why can't you do it for us? One team, blah, 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 blah. They said the Oloris are very, very unhappy, very upset that Kabiyesi is doing this. Kabiyesi decided to eat Olori Naomi's meal, even though nobody in the palace would ever be given this opportunity to prepare meals for the Oni of Ife. They said Oni was very happy, and this information went round the palace that Naomi is treated like, one special angel, that everything about Olori Naomi is completely different, and people are wondering, what is it? What kind of love is this that the Ooni of Ife has for Olori Naomi? I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.